horizon, casting long shadows across the university campus, Sarah found herself perched on the edge of a decision that would shape her entire future. She was in her final year of college, and the weight of what came next pressed heavily on her shoulders. Growing up, Sarah had always been told by her parents to study hard and get good grades. Their mantra was simple: excel in school, secure a spot in a prestigious university, and graduate with a degree that would open doors to a well-paying job and, consequently, a good life. This belief was deeply ingrained in her, as it was for many of her peers. It was a mentality that had been drilled into them since childhood, a promise of security and success that seemed almost too good to question. One crisp autumn afternoon, Sarah decided to take a break from her studies and wandered to a quiet spot in the campus park. As she sat on a weathered wooden bench, her mind began to wander. She found herself seriously contemplating what she truly wanted to do with her life. The path laid out before her seemed clear enough: graduate, find a stable job, climb the corporate ladder. But something inside her yearned for more. Sarah had always been fascinated by the idea of entrepreneurship. The thought of building something from the ground up, of being her own boss, and potentially changing the world with her ideas was incredibly alluring. She'd read countless stories of successful entrepreneurs who had taken risks and reaped incredible rewards. Their tales of innovation, perseverance, and ultimate triumph stirred something within her. But with this excitement came a hefty dose of trepidation. Sarah was acutely aware of the challenges that came with the entrepreneurial path. Just last week, she had come across an article that stated a sobering statistic: about 50% of all startups fail within their first 5 years. The thought of pouring her heart and soul into a venture, only to see it crumble, was daunting to say the least. On the flip side, the prospect of traditional employment offered a sense of security that was hard to ignore: a steady paycheck, benefits, and a clear career trajectory. These were the pillars of stability that her parents had always emphasized. While the potential for massive success might be limited, so too was the risk of catastrophic failure. There was comfort in knowing that at the end of each month, a paycheck would be waiting. As Sarah mulled over these conflicting paths, she noticed one of her favorite professors, Dr. Anderson, strolling through the park. Seeing Sarah deep in thought, Dr. Anderson decided to join her on the bench. After exchanging pleasantries, a comfortable silence settled between them. Dr. Anderson, sensing Sarah's preoccupation, gently broke the silence. "You seem to have the weight of the world on your shoulders, Sarah. Care to share what's on your mind?" Sarah hesitated for a moment before opening up about her dilemma. She explained her internal struggle between the allure of entrepreneurship and the safety of a traditional career path. Dr. Anderson listened intently, nodding in understanding. "You know, Sarah," Dr. Anderson began, "this is a crossroads many find themselves at. There's no one-size-fits-all answer, but let me share a perspective that might help." Sarah leaned in, eager to hear what her mentor had to say. "Think of it this way," Dr. Anderson continued. "Job security in the traditional sense is something of an illusion in today's rapidly changing world. Companies downsize, industries evolve, and what seems secure today might be obsolete tomorrow. True security, I believe, comes from developing a diverse skill set, being adaptable, and constantly learning." Sarah pondered this for a moment. She had never really considered job security in that light before. "But what about the risks of entrepreneurship?" she asked. "The failure rates are so high." Dr. Anderson smiled. "Yes, the risks are real. But consider this: even if a startup fails, the experience gained is invaluable. The skills you develop as an entrepreneur, problem solving, leadership, resilience, these are transferable to any career path. In a way, entrepreneurship is a form of practical education that no classroom can fully replicate." As the conversation continued, Sarah began to see her dilemma in a new light. She realized that the choice wasn't simply between security and risk, but between different types of growth and learning experiences. "Remember," Dr. Anderson added, "entrepreneurship doesn't have to mean jumping in with both feet immediately. Many successful entrepreneurs start small, testing their ideas while maintaining other sources of income. It's about finding a balance that works for you." As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the campus, Sarah felt a sense of clarity beginning to form. She understood that whichever path she chose, the key was to approach it with passion, continuous learning, and adaptability. "Thank you, Dr. Anderson," Sarah said, feeling a weight lift from her shoulders. "You've given me a lot to think about." Dr. Anderson smiled warmly. "That's what I'm here for." Remember, Sarah, the most successful people, whether entrepreneurs or employees, are those who never stop learning and adapting. Your education doesn't end with graduation, it's a lifelong journey. As they parted ways, Sarah felt a renewed sense of excitement about her future. She realized that the choice between job security and entrepreneurship wasn't a binary one. There was a spectrum of possibilities, and she could craft a path that combined elements of both. In the days that followed, Sarah began to research hybrid career models. She learned about entrepreneurship, the act of behaving like an entrepreneur within a larger organization. She discovered stories of people who balanced traditional jobs with side hustles, gradually building their own businesses. She even came across programs that allowed employees to pitch and develop new ideas within their companies. Sarah's perspective had shifted. Instead of seeing her future as a choice between two distinct paths, she now saw a landscape of opportunities. She understood that in today's world, career paths are rarely linear. The most successful individuals are those who remain flexible, continuously learn, and are willing to take calculated risks. As graduation approached, Sarah felt more prepared than ever to face the future. She had decided to start her career with a company known for fostering innovation among its employees. At the same time, she planned to work on her own projects on the side, testing her entrepreneurial ideas in a low-risk environment. Sarah realized that the real question wasn't job security versus entrepreneurship. Instead, it was about finding a way to combine the best of both worlds: the stability to support oneself and the freedom to pursue one as passions and ideas. She understood that in taking this approach, she wasn't just choosing a career path, she was choosing a lifestyle of continuous growth, learning, and adaptation. As she walked across the stage to receive her diploma, Sarah felt a surge of excitement. The future was uncertain, yes, but it was also full of possibilities. She was ready to embrace the challenges and opportunities that lay ahead, knowing that true security came not from a job title, but from her ability to learn, adapt, and innovate in an ever-changing world.